it do, guys? Your boy JangleX, and welcome back to another reaction. So today we're gonna be checking out the explanation of the Dream SMP in 9 minutes. So this way I can understand a little bit more of the story, knowing what the heck is going on, because I know I'm not the only one that's lost. Whoever that is coming by new to my channel is probably wondering the same thing, like what is Dream? So let's go check out the explanation in 9 minutes.
In this video, I'm going to explain the whole Dream SMP from start to finish. Now this video took me a while to make, so if you could hit that subscribe button and drop a like on the video, that would mean the world to me.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, enjoy the video. The first war on the Dream SMP is named the Disc Saga, or the Disc War. This started because Ponk actually decided to prank Sapnap by messing up his house, and in return, Sapnap went over to Ponk's treehouse and burnt a few of the branches down. This started a war between Sapnap and Ponk, and Alyssa would then join the feud and join Ponk's side. After a while, Tommy would join the server and actually team up with Sapnap to go against Ponk and Alyssa. Now as the fight went down, Dream actually logs onto the server, and because at the start of the server he didn't like people fighting, he went to Tommy's base and stole his discs. Now these discs have been the cause of many wars on the Dream SMP, even up to this day. Now Dream said that he wouldn't give them back to Tommy unless he got a netherite chestplate off of him, and for a while Tommy refused to actually give him the chestplate. He tried to negotiate with many other items like stacks of diamonds and more, and in the end he actually just handed over a netherite chestplate and everything was solved. He realised that people would still go after his discs, so he had to go and actually get a ender chest to store them in so nobody could steal from him again. And this leads us on to the next war, which is the Dream Team SMP versus LManburg. This is probably one of the biggest wars on the server, and it all started when Wilbur joined the server with the goal of creating his own empire. He created a van which he would make potions out of and sell them across the server. He got Tommy on his side, and this was the start of LManburg. Now Wilbur realised that the majority of the server is full of Americans, and he had the idea of creating this empire where all the Europeans of the server could go and live in harmony. They told Dream that was their plan, and Wilbur began to draft a formal declaration of independence, which Dream replied with their own declaration of war. This made Wilbur bring his nation together and get ready for war. Wilbur's side consisted of Wilbur, Tommy, Tubbo, Fundy and Eric, as they were all the official citizens of LManburg at the time. Now the war went on for a while, and a lot of LManburg was starting to get ruined, and then eventually everyone would find out that Eric has actually betrayed them and was actually working for the other team for the entire time. Now LManburg was at their lowest point. They had no armor or weapons or anything at this point, and Wilbur suggested to Dream to create peace and emancipation, but in return Dream asked them to hold up white flags, signaling that they would surrender. Now Wilbur didn't like this, so LManburg actually stood their ground, and Dream and George said that they would ignite a single piece of TNT on LManburg. Now the members of LManburg didn't know what this meant and didn't really think it was much because it's one TNT, so it wouldn't do too much damage. Little did they know that actually Eric had placed dozens of blocks of TNT under the whole of LManburg, so when this single TNT ignited, it destroyed everything. All hope had seemed to be lost for LManburg, and this leads to Tommy actually meeting Dream to create a peace deal.
Insane.
Dream challenged Tommy to a bow duel, which if Tommy won, LManburg would officially be granted independence from the Dream SMP server. But if Dream won, LManburg would rejoin the Dream Team SMP, and Tommy would give Dream the Melahai disc. And sadly, the duel ended with Dream shooting Tommy and killing him. Now once Tommy had respawned, he went over to Dream to negotiate. He pledged to give up both of the music discs, which are his most prized possessions, in exchange for independence for the whole of LManburg. Dream agreed to these terms, and this caused the war to be over. The next fight was named the Railway Skirmish, in which Tommy was riding on his minecart and accidentally hits Dream. Dream does the /kill command to himself to make it look a lot better and just to add a bit of drama to it, and once this had happened, Dream's items had dropped on the floor. Now Tommy, thinking fast, he actually went and picked them all up and realised that he could use this to his advantage. At this point, Dream had one of the discs and Skeppy had another, so he thought that if he had all of Dream's items, he could get possibly both of the discs back. Now he also had gotten Dream's incredibly overpowered sword, and although everybody at the time thought he had despawned on the floor, Tommy had actually hidden it so he could use it as leverage in a later date. Now Skeppy denied the trade to actually give one of the discs for Dream's items, but Tommy could still actually get one of the discs back from Dream, as Dream really needed all of the stuff that he had dropped. Now they have a little bit of a fight, and in the end, Tommy manages to get one of the discs back. The next war on the server was named the Pet War, and this is where Sapnap went around LManburg killing killing a lot
I
of
could
the
start in the
members'
beginning with a
pets.
bunch of
One
this.
of the main pets which was murdered was Nikki and Fundy's fox, named Fungi. Now Nikki really wanted revenge, so Nikki managed to get Tommy on her side, and they went to go to Sapnap's house and grief it. They also took Sapnap's fish, which they would use for leverage in a later date, and if Sapnap went on to do anything else, they would just kill the fish. Now after this all happened, Sapnap logged onto the server and blew up Fungi's grave, the fox, and because of this, Fundy challenged Sapnap to a 1v1 to resolve the whole issue. Fundy told Sapnap that if he wins, he gets his pets back, which were the fish, and Fundy will accept his defeat and move on. But if he wins, he keeps Sapnap's pets and he gets his stuff back, and Sapnap has to get out of LManburg. Now after multiple rounds of the duel, Sapnap ended up winning, and Sapnap felt a bit bad, so he gave back one of the fishes that he stole from Nikki, and at this point the war was over. And the next things to happen on the Dream SMP are more recent events. I'm not going to explain these events in full detail as I've already made videos on each event going in depth with everything. I'll link them in the top right if you want to get more information. But the next event to happen is Swag 2020 versus Pog 2020, the election.
Oh, I missed it.
Oh
yeah, that was the election I just saw.
Who would be the president for LManburg. Wilbur had a great idea where Wilbur and Tommy would create a party named Pog 2020, in which they would get the majority of the votes from LManburg and the people watching, and would hopefully be classed as the president, so nobody could take over. Now once explaining this plan to Quackity, Quackity chose to create a party named Swag 2020 and fight against Wilbur and Tommy. Now during the date of announcing the parties, Fundy and Nikki actually created a party named Coconut 2020, which would add one more party to the election. And during Pog 2020's endorsement campaign, they announced that they have JSchlatt on their side, and he joins the Dream SMP after being banned for ages. But instead of endorsing Pog 2020, he actually creates his own party named Schlatt 2020. And Quackity and Schlatt make a deal that if both of them lose, they join their votes together to see if they could win. And once the results had came in, Pog 2020 was in the lead with 45%, but Schlatt and Swag joined together and they managed to get 46% of the votes. This would leave everybody at the end of the election really confused, as now Schlatt was the leader of LManburg. Now as JSchlatt is the leader at that point, he actually banned Wilbur and Tommy from entering LManburg and changed up the whole area by destroying the walls and changing the flag and much more. Now a week or two later, Sapnap actually gets caught killing Tommy in its cow named Henry. Sapnap was trying to kidnap the cow, but instead accidentally murders it. Now Tommy gets really mad and gets Dream on his side, and then goes to Skeppy and Bad Boy Halo, and they join his side too to get revenge against Sapnap. Their first plan is to lava cast the Eiffel Tower, which was built by Carl for Sapnap and Carl's honeymoon. Now during this, Dream and Tommy realise they don't really want to take the blame for this, so they actually get a few screenshots which frame Bad Boy Halo for doing the griefing. Sapnap then joins onto the server, and Tommy and Sapnap have a fight in which Skeppy and Bad Boy Halo turn to Sapnap's side after being framed for that job. Later on in the fight, they would create a thing named the Battle of the Lake, in which Technoblade joins on to team up with Dream and Tommy, making it a very one-sided, unfair fight to be honest. Tommy, Techno and Dream kill everybody on the opposite side, resulting in them winning, and the battle was over. And the final event to happen on the Dream SMP recently was the LManburg Festival. Now the festival was hosted by JSchlatt, Quackity, Tubbo and Fundy, and it was mainly to celebrate democracy and Manburg. During this festival, Wilbur was planning to actually blow up the whole of Manburg as he had laced the whole underground with TNT. He was planning to do this during Tubbo's speech, and when Tubbo was actually speaking out, JSchlatt stops him and brings Technoblade onto the stage to execute Tubbo for betraying Manburg. This becomes unexpected, and Wilbur goes to find the button to explode the whole of Manburg, and for some reason it had gone. Technoblade goes up onto the stage and actually executes Tubbo along with JSchlatt and Quackity. He then turns around to the crowd and murders basically everybody on the Dream SMP. Now Technoblade at this time is on Pogtopia's side, and Tubbo is too. So for Technoblade to go up on stage and execute Tubbo seemed to be that he was betraying Pogtopia. Now as the plan had all been messed up, Tommy and Wilbur had to get out of Manburg because they were being chased by everybody in there. And in the end they create a whole new plan to take JSchlatt down. Now if you enjoyed this video, please drop a like on it, and if you're new to my channel, subscribe. Also go watch my last video because I put a lot of time and effort into that and it kind of underperformed. So if you guys could check that out, it would mean the world to me. Anyway, have a great day.
So that definitely explains most of the story. So all in the beginning, it all started with a disc. And some other couple other things, especially him building the own utopia for the LManburg with the Europeans and stuff like that. But still, what happened to the button when they had the TNA build it underneath it though? Like where that button went though? But yeah, I definitely have to watch this video like one more time so that I can, because he was explaining a lot of things at once, and I just need to remember each of the characters' name. Well, each of the guys' name in the live stream of Minecraft. But I'm definitely gonna watch it one more time at my own time. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. So I can't wait to see any more stuff that's gonna be coming out for the future for these guys, and you know, more artwork, animation from the others creators as well. So yeah, see you guys next time. It's been your boy JangleX. Take care and peace.
Well, I think you're pretty great.